Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Bivers Batch. I know you've missed us, but we're back with another review. It's going to be a non-spoiler review of PUSHPA 2 The Rule. So yeah, we'll give you our thoughts really quick. We're not going to spoil anything either. We're not going to give any of the story away, but we'll give you our feelings. We just got out of the theater, so it's been maybe like 5-10 minutes, that's it. We barely even talked about it. We wanted to talk to you guys first about it. So I'll get started on it. I thought overall, I thought it was an okay film. I wouldn't say that I loved it, but I also did not hate it. So I thought it was okay. I'm still kind of working through my feelings about it because we saw a lot, almost 3.5 hours. There's a lot of material that we saw. I thought it was okay. I think I'll leave it at that for now, and then we'll go into it afterwards, after you guys give your quick thoughts.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Yeah, so I think I felt the same way as Kata. I think the first half was good, but I still think that the first half of the first movie was better. But I think in comparison, when we're going parallel, it's still good. But then the second half is when they completely just destroyed it, and especially the second half, the last quarter of the movie, the last 30 minutes. I don't know what was going on in Sukumar's head. So I still think the movie is okay if we put the first half, second half, and make it a whole. But I think the second half really made the experience really bad, in my opinion.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. Not PUSHPA. If you guys have been watching for a while, one of our most viral episodes was the PUSHPA 1. And full disclosure, I didn't like PUSHPA 1. I think PUSHPA 1 is leagues above PUSHPA 2. I think we all agree, right? Yeah. We all agree. PUSHPA 2, these guys said, it's a mess. There's so many characters, very little development. There's so much more issues. But if I had to say one thing, it feels like Sukumar watched KGF 2, and then Sukumar wanted to make this movie a pan-India movie, so it feels more like of a pan-India mass movie than it does to a PUSHPA sequel. And that was my biggest disappointment, because what we signed up to see was not in the sequel, most of it.
Between PUSHPA 1 and this PUSHPA 2, it's a complete different feel. That PUSHPA feel that you got in the first film is not in this. Maybe very little scenes because of Allu Arjun, but it's very little. The treatment of the scenes and everything that you see in the second part is all different. You don't really get the feel that you're watching a PUSHPA 2.
And there's no spoilers in this, but in a sense, PUSHPA 1 is about a regular dude, obviously Telugu hero, strengthened who rises to the top. In PUSHPA 2, Allu Arjun is a straight up superpower, and it doesn't even feel like he is PUSHPA. There's catchphrases that he used in the first movie. He used it at the right spots. In this movie, they milk the shit out of the character. And it feels almost out of character. It's funny.
Certain things that he does are definitely out of character.
Fully out of character.
At certain times, you feel like you're watching a Balakrishna movie.
Oh, yeah.
A certain fight,
the fight scenes
are terrible.
They're not.
Yeah.
The fight scenes are very poorly choreographed, in my opinion. I think we all agree with that.
Not a single fight landed for me, to be honest. And some started off well, but they went on for far too long. Each fight was 10-15 minutes. But fights aside, music, the songs, the BGM. The first one I had the same issue, and this one they bought in 4 different dudes, and not a single scene had that powerful BGM, except the Jatra scene was good.
But the first one, a lot of people, some people complained about the BGM, but I loved it. I thought DSP did a great job with the BGM in the first one. And comparatively to this one, I thought it landed in the correct moments that it should have landed. Here, very, very few moments where you felt a certain high because of BGM. It doesn't really affect you that much.
One of my biggest concerns was that PUSHPA 1 and 2 together, we have 6.5, maybe 7 hours of footage, and I still don't know why they had to feel there's no real point to the story in a whole. I feel
if I had to give my biggest negative with PUSHPA 2, it's that there is no focus in the film. At a certain point you feel like there is focus, and then they go in 10 different ways, and you get lost. You're what is the main story? What are we following? And you can kind of see that from the trailer. When we saw the trailer, I know we all talked about how it's kind of just all over the place. That's how the film was too, unfortunately. So that's my biggest negative, if I had to say one.
And if I will probably go back and rewatch our Pushpa 1 episode, but episode la Japan, we agreed that the movie we gave them some leeway because of some underdeveloped characters, because we said in part 2 they'll show off. No one developed any further in this movie besides Srivalli and Pushpa.
Yeah.
None of the villains developed properly, none of the main characters developed properly, and instead we get even more half-baked characters.
Yeah.
So it's really frustrating because we waited 2 years for this, and
Yeah.
everything. If you like Pushpa 1 and you want to see what actually, like, you wanted to see Yemautundi in Pushpa 2, you were not gonna get it. I'm sorry.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, without saying spoilers, but I don't think
Exactly.
we should push that more. But
Yeah.
like the thing is, like, okay, some positives that I did like, because I thought overall it's okay. Like, I know we went on a thing about like how it's not good.
Yeah.
But some scenes I thought were very well written.
Yeah.
I won't say like where they are or what they are, but there are some portions between like Pushpa and Shekhawat and stuff that like Fafa, like they're like really well written, where Sukumar does kind of show up and you see, oh, okay, this is his film. But that's very rare. Like, it happens very rarely. It doesn't happen like throughout as it should. So that also sucks. But anyways, that was like one positive that I definitely connected with. So that's why that made me push over the edge of like, okay, it's okay, like it's fine, but it's not what you expect.
Yeah, I think they're wonderful performances. Allu Arjun was great. I mean, he knocks it out of the park. Even better than Part 1, to be honest. Entire movie rides on him. We say this for every movie, but it does happen, unfortunately. And Rashmika Srivalli is in the first half she had like some scope, but in the second half there's a wonderful scene involving her. Once again, won't get into spoilers. Ume Sindhi and of course Fahad Fasil did great. Yeah, that's it. I mean, the actors were wonderful, and the first half is kind of engaging, and it just loses, like we said, it loses direction in the second half, and it feels like someone else directed it. And it feels like Pushpa 2 got lost in the pan-India craze, and when I was watching it, at some points I was like, oh, I Pushpa. I was like, this is fucking Pushpa 2. It doesn't feel like it. So.
Yeah. I mean, many times, like, I think we referenced it also, it really did feel like a KGF spin-off.
Yeah.
Like I know a lot of people said that for the first one, and I don't find that true. Like, I don't agree with it. I thought it had its own flavor, maybe similar concepts, but it had its own flavor at least. In this one, you can clearly see the relation to KGF.
Yeah.
It's very clear.
Yeah, I mean, without giving anything away, I don't know if there's much else we can say, but obviously we will have do you guys have any more closing thoughts? No?
Not really. I mean, we can just, I guess, rate it and close
and
it out.
obviously we'll give a spoiler review later once people have watched it and settled in more, but we'll give our numbers. I think you guys go I'll go last.
Okay. That's the thing, like, since I think it's okay, like, and we like literally just saw it, like, I'm still kind of like processing it, so like I might not be able to join in the spoiler review, but like my thoughts or my number might change later. It's because it's that kind of a film. It's it's so much packed in and so much like stuff that happened. But as of now, if I were to rate it, I think I would give it like around like a 5.5 or a 6. I think like a 6. I would give it a 6 because I would say I still liked it, even though it's an okay film. I'd say I still liked it, so I would give it a 6.
Yeah, I think I'd have the same sort of feelings as you, but I'd still go lower than that. I'd say 5 and max 5.5 because I think what the second half had destroyed whatever this first half had. So
yeah, I give it like a 3.5, maybe a 4. It's one of my least favorite movies this year, to be honest. Not that this year was great, everything's in the same ballpark, but it was a disappointment. But I can't say more without revealing spoilers. But I think this pan-India shit needs to get toned down. People need to focus on quality. If you focus on quality with a big hero and a brand name like Pushpa, it'll go pan-India no matter what.
Yeah. I mean, that's what happened with the first one.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
They tried too hard in this one, and the results showed. So that's our review, and I mean, watch the movie in theaters and let us know what you guys think.
Thank you guys for checking us out again. Catch you next time.